He was shot twice in the back of the head. He died on the 10th of September, in the year of the dragon. It was 6 days before his next birthday. 80 degrees, sunny, a few clouds, but nothing that day could touch the blue of the sky. His parents met just before the Vietnam War started. His father was drafted to the front line. He closed his eyes every time he fired his weapon. That way, he wouldn't be sure if he actually killed anyone. His body was found in a rest stop bathroom just off the interstate. He was lying face down under one of the urinals. When the migrant workers found him, they took off their shirts and laid it over him, each making the sign of the cross before filing out. They also made sure not to touch anything. He had 3 different gun stories he liked to tell. He was 13 when his best friend pulled one on him. The gun found in an upstairs closet, inside the folded up newspaper beside the old shoe boxes. His best friend thought it would be a funny thing to do, putting the gun to his head and pulling the trigger. "No bullets," his friend said. "Next time, who knows?" The 2 kids had known each other since they could walk, but they stopped talking soon after. At 16, him and his cousin were on their way to play some basketball at the local Boys and Girls Club, 3 blocks from his house, when this car rolled up. The tinted windows came down, and a sawed-off shotgun was pointing right at them. The 3 guys in the car couldn't have been any older than them. They asked for the ball. The 2 freaked-out kids ran in opposite directions. One cried out to God, and the other to his mother. They weren't followed, just laughed at. Two years later, he was driving to his girlfriend's house, the first girl he kissed, the girl who took his virginity. He was driving, thinking about what she tasted like and if she was going to use those special soaps on her skin, how smooth that skin was, parents out of town, place to themselves, when he cut off a Ford Econo line. The van flicked its lights. He flicked the guy off, and that's when he heard the shot. Firecrackers, he thought, until he saw something pointing at him in the rear view. He slammed his brakes and the van rushed past him. He swore he saw the guy smiling. There was a lot of small-town speculations. Contractors and truckers accused everyone from the mob to the government. Ladies discussed the murder over bridge and vacuuming. It even made the news up north. Reporters came down, interviews were done. People taped themselves off the TV so they could show visiting cousins and in-laws. But then the preacher's son wrapped his car around a light pole. In his drunken stupor, he told the police the devil made him do it, and that he didn't need any forgiveness. Well, everyone forgot about the body in the rest stop then. At night, he would drive. He never knew where he was going. He didn't have anywhere to be. He'd leave the city, out into the long winding road. Rows of trees, green signs boasting bold white letters, places he never heard of. Sometimes he would pull off into a quiet suburb. The freshly mowed yards, the minivans, the .7 kids. Forget about himself, that he hadn't spoken to anyone in months, that he had lost a considerable amount of weight. Forget that he went from one small space right into another. Forget about caffeine, forget about deadlines, typos, overtime, broken copiers, empty ink cartridges, never quite reaching that goal, that promotion. Forget about the personals, soul-searching ads, circling the ones he liked, Forget about the obituaries placing himself in the lives of socialites and retirees. Forget about everything. You see, he was just like anyone else. Nothing set him apart. No accomplishments to make others envious. Nothing to be remembered by. No one would miss him. No one would care.